Welcome to the Explainer. We're about to dive into some leadership wisdom that's older than the internet, older than the MBA, older than the modern corporation itself. And we're going to see why it's actually more relevant today than ever before. We're always told to go out and read the latest business bestseller, right? To learn all the newest techniques. But what if? What if the real core of leadership isn't something you learn at all? Yeah, what if it's less about a skill you have to learn and more of a force you just need to unlock? A mindset that's been the real secret weapon of great leaders for, well, over 100 years. So, today we're going to completely bypass all the modern buzzwords. We're getting right down to it, looking at three foundational pillars of influence that, believe it or not, are more critical now than they've ever been. All right, here's what we've got. We're going to challenge a modern myth, then dive deep into our three pillars: unbreakable determination, the human art, and a noble discontent. And finally, we'll look at how you can forge this mindset for yourself. Okay, let's get into it. Pillar number one: unbreakable determination. Now, this is the engine of all achievement. And way back, over a century ago, an author named Russell H. Conwell was just obsessed with this one idea, what he thought was the single true secret to success. And here's what he said: success has no secret. The burden of her cry is one word: will. I mean, how simple is that? Conwell's point is that will isn't just, wanting something. No, it's the raw driving force itself. It's the decision, the commitment. It is the engine. And he describes it as a literal power source. I mean, listen to this imagery. It's like a battery for your life, an acid that melts all shackles. Just think about that for a second. This is not wishful thinking. It's a focused, powerful energy that literally dissolves problems and actively changes your reality. And for Conwell, this wasn't some vague concept. It was a clear three-step process. First, you set a definitive goal, no ambiguity. Second, you focus all of your mental energy on it. And third, you just execute with absolute, relentless perseverance. That's it. And look, this wasn't just some theory he cooked up. Conwell literally saw this force in action, turning a poor boy into a mayor, or a student selling peanuts into a respected physician. It's the absolute core power that fuels this entire leadership mindset. So let's see how this engine connects to the vehicle it's supposed to drive. All right, pillar two, the human art. So if determination is the engine, then this pillar is all about the vehicle you're driving. And as any leader will tell you, that vehicle? It's people. And this quote from a military strategist, Lincoln C. Andrews, is just so on point. My principal tools are human beings, and I must think how to handle them as such. He got it. Leadership isn't about managing tasks on a spreadsheet. It's the art of handling complex, thinking, feeling human beings. And that takes real skill, not just brute force. And this right here just perfectly illustrates the difference, doesn't it? The old school boss drives people through force. They say, go. But a true leader, they inspire people with purpose. They develop initiative. They stand at the front and say, let's go. It's a night and day difference. So what does this look like in practice? Well, it's about building self-respect in your people. It's about getting loyalty, not just blind obedience. It's explaining the why behind what you're doing. It's about being out in front with the group, not dictating from on high. It's all about creating an environment where people actually want to bring their A game because you're treating them like the capable partners they are. Okay, so we have our engine, that's our will, and we have our vehicle, that's people. So what's pillar three? It's the fuel that keeps the whole thing moving forward, a relentless internal drive for growth, what these thinkers called a noble discontent. I mean, listen to this imagery. The noble discontent that stirs the acorn to become an oak. Wow, that's such a powerful idea, right? This isn't about being negative or just being unhappy all the time. No, it's a deep internal refusal to accept that good enough is ever really good enough. It's that little voice inside that's always asking, okay, what's next? How can we make this even better? And the source material is crystal clear about this. Satisfaction, that's the beginning of deterioration. Aspiration, that's the secret to all progress. The moment you become truly satisfied is the moment you start to slide backwards. Great leaders are fueled by aspiration. It's this insatiable but positive passion for whatever's next. For them, the horizon isn't a destination. It's just the next thing to push past. As the saying goes, no real man ever succeeds. there is always a larger goal ahead. And that's the whole point, right? For a true leader, success is never the end of the road. It's just a signpost on a much, much longer journey. The end of one thing is just the start of the next bigger thing. Okay, let's put this all together. It's time to forge these 3 timeless pillars into a single unified mindset. So here it is, the leader's mindset. You have the engine, your unbreakable will. You have the vehicle, your understanding of people. And you have the fuel, your noble discontent. When you combine these 3, you stop just managing and you start truly leading. Your will gives you the direction, your people skills build the momentum, and that discontent, well, that ensures you never, ever stop moving forward. And this is the real kicker. This isn't just some strategy you pull out of a toolbox when you need it. This is about the leader you become. Once you internalize these principles, they will fundamentally change how you approach every single challenge you face. It becomes who you are. The real question now is how you'll apply this timeless wisdom, starting today. Which part of your own mindset will you forge first?